Hi, my name is Rachel Adelman. I am Associate Professor of Hebrew Bible at Hebrew College. On this day of Elul, I invite you to think about the power of prayer, of tefillah, which at its root has the letters Pei Lamed Lamed, meaning to judge. In the reflexive hitpalel, it connotes a move inward in the transformation of judgment. Lehitpalel suggests appeal or the repeal of deen, as we recite throughout the Yamim Noraim, Utshuva, Utfila, Utzdaka, Ma'avirin et Roa Gzera. Penitence, prayer, and charity transfer or transform the evil decree. For tefillah, I look to the paragon source of prayer in Tanakh, Hannah. She has been barren for years. When she weeps and refuses to eat, her husband cannot comfort her. The rival wife, Penina, has many children and taunts Hannah, for God had closed her womb. Every year they go up to Shiloh, where the tabernacle is, and they offer sacrifices. One year, in utter desperation, Hannah turns directly to God at the entrance to the sanctuary, where the Kohen Eli watches her from afar. I read from Shmuel Aleph, Perek Aleph, first chapter in the book of Samuel, verses 10 through 12. In her wretchedness, she prayed to the Lord, Vatitpalel al Hashem, weeping all the while, and she made this vow, O Lord of hosts, if you will look upon the suffering of your maidservant, and will remember me, and not forget your maidservant, and if you will grant your maidservant a male child, I will dedicate him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor shall ever touch his head. Why does Hannah ask for a child, and then in the very next sentence willingly promise to give that child up? It flies in the face of maternal instinct. She will never see him go to Gan, to kindergarten, or go through the terrible twos, or any of those precious moments that a mother experiences. She's going to give that up. Hannah's prayer takes the form of a neder, a vow, which entails an if-then clause. If God gives her a child, she will give the child back in dedication to serve in the tabernacle. It sounds like a sacrifice, on par with the binding of Isaac. Yet God does not test her as he tested Abraham. Rather, she makes this sacrifice of her own volition. I believe her vow, the neder, is at the source of her transformation. In order to make a shift within herself, to enable that physiological change whereby God opens her womb, she must be willing to give that child back. And so she does, naming him Shmuel as Shaul mi Adonai, the request of God. That boy, dedicated to the service in Shiloh, will become the great prophet that anoints kings. Epigenetically, in his DNA, he becomes marked for prayer. Where his mother prayed for him, he will come to pray for the nation. Throughout the prayer and fulfillment of the vow, she comes to see herself as a conduit, a vessel for divine gift, and opens herself up to the deepest source of providence. It reminds me of the Khalil Gibran poem, Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. In prayer, in the deepest place of supplication, we must reach that point of release where what we ask for is also what we must be willing to give up. I mean this as a seeker, as one who aspires to find that place within myself, an entry point for the divine. It is a hollow chiseled out, a process of emptying in order to be filled, just as Hannah poured herself out in prayer. It comes from the courage to ask, she'elah, and to give back, hash'alah, to God. In recompense, God goes on to remember Hannah, and she has 5 more children. I invite you to think about the power of prayer as enabling you to see yourself as a conduit, a vessel for gift in this world, to name what you need, and then to let it go.
Psalm 27, verses 1 and 14. In this beautiful translation by Rabbi Richard N. Levy, Zichrono Livracha. Verse 1. Adonai is my light and my victory. From whom should I feel fright? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. From whom should I feel terror? And verse 14. I hope you'll join singing this with me. Kaveh el Adonai, chazak v'ya'ametz libecha, v'kaveh el Adonai. Wait for Adonai. Fill your waiting with hope in Adonai. Let your heart be strong and of good courage, and wait hopefully for Adonai. Adonai, Ori v'Ishi, Mimi ira. Adonai, Ma'oz chayai, Mimi efchad. Kavel Adonai, chazak ve'yametz libecha, ve'kavel Adonai, 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 kavel Adonai, chazak ve'yametz